Every and we're off. Both runners are gonna start with our traditional robot master of choice in Mega Man 10 in Pump Man, as the route we choose is based primarily on when we get rushed. In Mega Man 10, you get rushed after completing 4 robot master stages with 5 in Mega Man 10, and the robot masters we choose are based where rush is needed the most, and the first 4 stages we choose, Pump, Solar, Chill, Nitro, don't really need rush. As our runners will get synced up here in a moment. These are working Slurpee. Listen, actually, I checked the leaderboards are definitely, I believe, in the top 40, if not top 20, on the boards in Mega Man 10. So this could be a really good, really close race between these two. As we now are on the pushback room with the bubbles for both our runners. Nice, both of them getting the hop underneath the Susie as we approach the Pump Man door. But we little that health or this Pump Man and Fight might be a little more careful. Working has plenty of health to work with, but let's see how Pump Man acts for both our runners. Looks like Slurpee's got the advantage here, as Pump Man is giving him a pretty decent pattern here, and he's sticking the lemons right where they need to go. It's working. Okay, Working survives. All right, so both runners make it through Pump Man stage, no problem. No skin off the teeth, no gears missing. As we'll move on to Solar Man, and we'll get our first weapon, the Pump Shield, which is a very nice weapon. One of my favorite shields throughout the classic series. There we go. Alright, so both the runners are heading into Solar Man next, where it's a lot of vertical sections, so guess what? We're gonna see a lot of rush because climbing is slow and dumb. So let's just jump on the back of our dog and he'll propel us up. Alright, so we're gonna come up to our first of many mini bosses in this game, Suzak and Phoenix. If you ask the question which one's Suzak and which one's Phoenix, I'm gonna tell you definitively, and no one can argue this, the orange one is Phoenix and the purple one is Suzak. Anyone who disagrees with me is wrong, because no one can tell the difference. Let's see what kind of pattern the birds give both our runners. Looks like Working might get the better pattern here. Nope. Birds are in fact jerks. As Slurpee is the first one out of the bird mini boss as we continue up the Solar Man stage. Make it through the middle portion of the stage as we want to go with the flow with these conveyor belts to avoid the hotheads. We're going to jump on Rush a couple more times as we proceed through the vertical area of Solar Man stage. Take off one more set of enemies. Looks like both the runners have the set amount needed to take down Solar easily. Usually for me, I like to come in here with at least 3 stock of Pump, as Pump takes a lot of weapon energy, so, you know, as long as you got 3 stock, you should be good. Let's see what kind of pattern Solar gives us. Hopefully he jumps in the right chasm. Goes to the left. That's actually not... That's probably the second best spot for... ooh. That's close. That's going to be close coming out of Solar Man stage here. They're pretty much neck and neck. If anything, even though we haven't synced up on screen here, I'd imagine they're pretty much tied coming out of Solar Man stage. As we move on to Chill Man next, and we're gonna see some of that pump get put to use as we're going to be seeing it used to take down these ice blocks that get destroyed with two damage, no matter how you look at it. Whether you're jumping on it, whether you're using a weapon, it takes 2 to tango, or to break ice in this case. So we're going to see that pump shield just like that, like you see on their screen here, as it destroys the ice blocks rather quickly, because we're going to go descend through the shaft, and then we're going to take another horizontal walk. Ooh, looks like Slurpee having a little trouble here. As we proceed through Chillman's stage here. And as we go up the ladders here, we're going to see our runners switch to Solar Man's weapon, which is going to destroy these blocks really quickly in one shot. Or at least, yeah, there we go. Because it's a quick one for, and they're out of the way. And we're on the last screen. This screen's really treacherous, as you got to be careful. You got the jumping enemies jumping on the blocks, which gives it its 1 damage, and then you got to make sure the bird working against you doesn't exactly make you react, so that you don't jump on the block and fall to your death. Many a runner have erred there. Slurpee giving us the moonwalk into the Chillman door, as we're going to see a lot of quick swapping with Solar Man's weapon here between these two runners. Watch the birdie. As, we're hoping Solar gives us a decent pattern. Boom! Down goes Chillman. Once again, our runners looking in sync almost, coming out of Chillman's stage, neck and neck. I'm gonna go off to Turbo Man Jr.'s stage next. I mean Nitro Man. As we get to play in traffic. We were told not to play in traffic as children, but you know what? It's fine. Just make sure you're looking both ways. And you have a chill weapon with spikes with you. So both runners are now making their way through chill. So we're going to time our chill shots here as we go through traffic here to make sure the buses land on the spike portion, not the glob portion of Chillman's weapon, because we want to actually destroy them, because that's the only way they can be destroyed, is with this spike, not the glob. Both the runners jumping on their respective buses here to make it to work, as they now go into the tractor-trailer segment of traffic. Let's see, let's hope they don't, I hope they execute properly. Looks like they're going to make it just fine. Ooh, Slurpee missing the hole there. Now let's see what Nitro Man has in store for our runners, as Nitro Man can either be nice or it can be a bit of a jerk. We're hoping to see the good pattern from Nitro Man. The good pattern, in my opinion, is he does 4 back and forth rides on the ground before he goes up the vertical wall. That's pretty much the good pattern. Let's see what he has in store, as both the runners are about to take on Nitro Man here. Again, we want Nitro Man to run over the chill spike, not get hit by the glob. Very nice pattern for Slurpee for Nitro Man, and working right behind him again. So Slurpee's going to get out of Nitro Man just a little bit ahead of working in this stage. as we pick up Wheel Cutter, which is the first time we see this weapon in any game. Never seen it before, not in any Mega Man game, ever. And we also get Rush Jet, so we're going to see a lot more of Rush Jet in the next several stages. And pretty much we're going to put that to immediate use in Commando Man stage. So our runners start their Pharaoh Man 2 stage, Commando Man stage, as they're using a combination of solar and pump to make it through the first section here, trying not to destroy the mines to invoke more enemies on screen. And we're going to use the sand to actually push us through the first section here. As we're saving, we're going to hold on to that rush for the last 2 screens to make it out of this stage, as Slurpee is now at the halfway point of Commando stage, working right behind him. So we're going to pull out Rush, and we're going to be flying against the sand current, but we can actually get above the screen and then keep going instead of being pushed against the sand current. And on the last screen here, we're going to pull out Rush, and we're just going to ride the current once again. Now you can jump your way through without worrying about with a lot of skill, but you know, jumping on Rush and having the sand push you through, a whole lot easier. Alright, so we're going to take on Commando Man here with the Nitro Wheel. Commando is interesting because when he's jumping in the air, for some reason he lacks iframes, but it's fine because we can just mash Nitro Wheel into him and he pretty much goes down easy. Like that! So yeah, Commando Man's dead, as both the runners are about to head out. Slurpee's still ahead just a wee bit, like a second or two, as we'll move on to Blade Man next, as for newer runners, Blade Man tends to be the gate to the rest of the game, as it is 100% the death stage. Here we go. So we are on. Ooh. Sorry for missing this jump. That's just fine. It's okay. Everything's okay. We're going to see a lot of quick swapping in this stage, as it really gets put to use as we went from solar to pump to chill to nitro, all in one go, real quick. Tile jumps just scare the crap out of me every single time. But Slurpee makes it look easy, choosing my preferred method, like just jumping on Rush and just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna ignore all of this. We're gonna see Rush again in a couple more screens here as we take down the castle and do the traditional required Rush coil. Working. Yep, they're pretty much in sync again. As even though on screen the time is a little off sync, our runners are pretty much on screen for us here in sync, as Slurpee does a couple of 4-tile jumps. And it looks like Slurpee is going to ride Rush all the way through, as Working's going to be a little safer. But let's see what kind of pattern Blade Man gives us. I believe both runners prefer to kill Blade Man on the right side of the stage. So what they're going to do is they're going to fire Commando, and Slash is going to do the damage on Blade Man. Just like that, Slurpee gets a number of the doubles on Blade. So did Working. So really good fight by both our runners once again. Pretty much neck and neck still in this race. Slurpee just a slight bit ahead. Could be the first one out of Blade Man as we head off to Strike Man. As we move on to Strike Man, this is the one stage that doesn't have any death traps, so we're gonna see our runners make it through the stage, hopefully, and not die due to damage. As Slurpee takes on the first of our 2 goalies and switches to Commando Bomb. We're gonna use the splash to do our damage to the goalie. 2 bombs, boom, there it goes. Seeing our runners quick swap with their weapons as they make it through the middle point of Strike Man stage. Slurpee, I think, won that first cycle brawl, but that's fine. You get the 2 middle ones with shield, and you just jump and drop right on down. Ooh, Slurpee missing one of his splashes for the goalie. Oh, he misses the other ones. Working's gonna pull ahead a little bit here now, as we're making it through Strike Man stage. So an error on Slurpee's part, and a bit of trouble here on the last screen, giving Working a bit of a lead now. So Working is going to take on Strike Man, and hopefully he gets the 1 cycle. He does not. That's just fine. Triple shot is pretty much the go-to weapon in this game, as each blade does damage, much like Magma. And I think because Slurpee's I think they're still in sync. Okay, so we haven't synced up on screen here, so just take into effect that we're working maybe 2 seconds behind here. We can probably make the assumption that they are in sync coming out of Strike Man stage here, despite the little trouble that Slurpee had. So this is still a close race, neck and neck. But the way Blade Man's weapons work is all 3 blades do damage. So it's pretty much the universal go-to weapon for damage. As we go into Sheep Man stage, and the question has to be asked: do robot masters dream of robotic sheep? As we make our way through this unique stage where we got these disappearing blocks as you jump on them. We're going to take advantage of that, as we're going to try to use as much of our full damage to quickly make it through. The first little tricky section here, as we need to use Rush to quickly get past the last section here. Generally, it's recommended, when you jump on Rush, you look to the left, so then if you get hit by that enemy, you don't fall in the pit, you fall on the platform, and you keep on moving through. As we go to take on Octoball next. Octoball, we're going to try and get the 1-shot with Commando Bomb here. Working got it, Slurpee got it, we're on our way through. Ooh, Working missing, jumping on Rush there. Slurpee making his way through, once again, back in the lead now. That's good news if you're cheering for Slurpee. But he is pretty much, we're just going to go and say half a screen ahead now, as he makes through the Yoku block section, which is kind of there, kind of not. You know, we got Rush at this point. Why would we take Yoku blocks? Who cares? So hopefully we're going to time our... Oh, looks like we're not going to need Rush this time for Slurpee, as apparently timed it just right to land on those Yokus, and is going to make it along with Liru. So is Working. Slurpee, I think. Nope, Slurpee got it. Okay. So we're going to use Rush here to time out these disappearing blocks, so then we could just fall right through the pit and go into the doors. So we're going to use Round Striker on Sheep. Round Striker works that every time it bounces off the wall, it does 1 extra damage. So we're going to use it to its full effect against Sheep Man. Oh, if it was the right cloud, that might have killed the sheep on 1 go. But that's just fine. Slurpee will be the first one out of Robot Masters. And Working's going to be right behind him still. A very, very tight place. Tight. tight race between these two runners. I'm on the edge of my seat here, trying to keep track of everything. How you guys doing? So, if you enjoy what you're seeing on screen, you should actually join the Discords, the Mega Man Classic Discord. There's plenty of people there who will help you learn this game, learn any Mega Man game if you're interested in learning those Mega Man games. We'll help you out as much as we can. And if you're wondering when our next scheduled race is, at this moment we don't have any. But to run through the bracket, to come, we got BT versus Soran. We got Ajamar versus Yumiao. In the winners bracket, and in the bonus bracket, we've got New and Polytopes. And the winner of this match will go on to face the winner of Scarf and Mist, which is to be scheduled. So look forward to those upcoming races as this tournament progresses. As we are in Wily 1, and we are on what is generally considered the world cycle now. So pretty much, if you do the stage the same way every time, the robot masters that will be here will be the same every time. So pretty much what we want to see, what most runners want to see, is they want to see Electman come out first. And it looks like both our runners got it. The second one doesn't matter because it doesn't matter which was second. What matters is who's first, and it was Electman, which is what we want to see. Don't worry about what's on second. I don't know, third base. Alright, so we're gonna go through the stage, and the interesting part about the archives is every one of the robot masters that were chosen here are actually Keiji Inafuna's favorite robot master. That's why they're here. The robot masters are also still kind of weak to what they were weak in their original game. Like, for instance, Napalm Man was weak to spheres, so that's why we used Round Striker on him. The only one that's not really uniquely weak to their weapon is Flame Man, because we don't have a wind weapon, so we'll just use Pump and call it a day. So both our runners are going through the descending chasm here of spikes as we approach the final boss room, which has the worst set in here. We don't talk about Slash Band. Slash Band is bad, no matter what game he's in. 7, 10, doesn't matter. Slash Band's awful. We also don't. Also, Frostband doesn't exactly act the way he does in 8 because we don't have Grenade, but you'll get the full force of his attack in this, so it hurts. Everything about all three of these, except for Tornado, who's a joke, hurt. So hopefully we get the good stuff from both Slash and Frost here, as Slurpee starts their last archive fight, and we get Tornado from off the bat. That's good. Kind of like seeing it. Looks like we're gonna use Blade. Oop. I think Working was hoping that Slash would land right on that chill spike in order to do the damage, but he just missed it. So we went went to the backup universal of triple blade, which is, you know, what it is. So both the runners are out. Slurpee slightly ahead, going into Wily 2, which is both a difficult stage and I think a fantastic stage just for the music itself. In fact, this game's music track is great all around. I think it's hard to say there's a bad track in this game, but you're going to see a lot of weapon usage. We're going to see a couple of mini bosses. We're going to see the birds. We're going to see Octoball again. And we're going to try and manage our weapons the best we can as we make our way through. Like the birds gave Slurpee the pattern he was looking for. Working, on the other hand, is not getting the goods from the birds. Looks like Slurpee's on the cycle he was looking for. I don't. Okay, Working's fine. I think Working's on the right cycle he wants to be. Yep. Okay. So here we are with Octoball. Let's see if we can get the one cycle with the Commando. Yep. How about Working? Did he get it? Yep, got it. Okay, so Slurpee's going to pick up the M-Tank, so we're going to see that later on. And so is Working. Both of us got their M-Tanks. Slurpee doesn't bump his head. He's going to take the lower path, as I tend to see with the more top-tier runners. As it goes through the last area of crushers, as there are a world circle, and looks like both our runners are set. Ooh, I don't know about that last jump. Okay, well he's past the last crusher, so it doesn't matter either way. So Working's good. Slurpee's about to take on the crab. Looks like he's going to use commando bombs for this fight, as he's got plenty in tow. We're not going to see the hard mode exclusive, sadly. Ooh, the crab almost gave the goods. Looks like he's going to switch to Thunderwolf and finish him off with the exclusive. I don't think he got that last hit. Or I'm missing something. No, he didn't. Did Working? Working did. Okay, that was weird. But I think Slurpee's still slightly ahead. Yeah, so Slurpee is slightly ahead. Once again, we'll remind everyone that even though our timers aren't in sync exactly, or our games aren't in sync, I don't think, they might as well be neck and neck going the way through. But both the runners have used their E-tanks coming out of Wily 2. Slurpee having an interesting ending with that crab as the last Thunderwolf. Oh, Slurpee! What happened? Oh my god, what happened? I'm gonna have to ask him what that, but that's a tragic death right there for Slurpee. Working now has a lead. As we make it through Wily through the vertical section here. We're gonna see a lot of use of coil and jet. We're gonna use jet in the underwater section here. 1 second. Okay, so Working using jet to avoid the spike section because taking the trolley is terrible. We're gonna use wheel to go up the wall here. We're gonna go through one more elevator section. As we see Slurpee making through the underwater himself. It's real tragic what happened to Slurpee there. I'm really gonna have to ask him what happened. I tend to agree, chat. It might have been some kind of controller malfunction. Something happened that had to happen on his end. There's no reason normally that Slurpee would make that mistake, so I can't help but wonder. So, Working, making it through the last couple screens here as we approach the Devil Block, or Pico Devil. And we're going to use a strike to hopefully kill it quickly. Slurpee uses jet on the last screen here. And pretty much how is this going to work? Working's going to fire, hopefully hit his shots. 2 on the ground. That'll go around the room and hit the eyes as they come up. And then hopefully, yep, just like that. Quick kill by Working for Pico Block as they move on to refights. Slurpee right behind him as they are about to deal with their Pico Devil. Down goes Pico Devil for Slurpee. And so here we are going off to refights. Slurpee coming in chat. He took his eyes off the prize. Is to say it bluntly. So Working is now making their way through refights as they're about to start their Strike Man fight. And boom, gets the one cycle. Gonna take on Pump Man next. And see if he gets the double wool. Because I do love me some Thunder Wool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Working the Thunder Wool on Pump Man there. As he moves on to Commando. Slurpee pretty much one Robot Master behind him. And it looks like Pump Man's not gonna give Slurpee the goods like he did for Working, which is a real shame. But he takes him down. He's pretty much a Robot Master behind going in Commando. Working's gonna take care of Sheep Man quickly here, getting the good bounce on Sheep, getting the big hit, getting the big damage. So Sheep Man's gone for Working. He's on Solar. Slurpee taking on Sheep Man X. Looks like Solar Man's gonna give Working the good pattern, going into that first crevice, going off to Blade Man. That goes Blade Man. Slurpee taking on Solar next. Getting him down just the same. Working about to take on Shield. Nitro's is the last Robot Master. Slurpee one Robot Master behind him as we take on as we make our way through Slurp. This might come down, believe it or not, folks. This might come down to if they get the manip, who gets the manip. If Working gets the manip, I think it's fair to say he might go ahead with this. But if he doesn't, and Slurpee gets the manip, oh boy. Looks like Nitro Man decided not to play nice with Slurpeeninja there, working on the second part of the machine. Use that pump to good use. Looks like he would get the one cycle. Looks like he had a mishap there. It was like, wait, what weapon I'm supposed to use? All right, Slurpee on part 2 with the machine now. And down goes the machine for Slurpee, as Working goes into space to take on Wily. There's always a casino, but in 10's case, it's more of a manipulation, as pretty much if you do the stage the same, just about the same every time, you're hoping to get the same cycle where Wily's on the middle plane. Doesn't matter which side, I think. You're using shield and you get the 2 cycle that way. Hopefully Working has got it. I think he may have had an error earlier there. Slurpee making his way through. Working, not stopping into the pit. Alright, so let's see if Working is got the manip here or not. If he does, we'll see Wily on the middle plane here. If not, this could be trouble. Alright, so 1, 2. That should be it. Yep, there we go. Get those GGs in the chat, folks. Working wins this race with an official race time of 35:32. Let's see how Slurpee goes. See if he got the minute. 1, 2. Okay. And get those GGs in the chat again for Slurpeeninja, finishing second. See if both our runners would like to come in for an interview. Alright, folks, Working's gonna pass on the interview, but Slurpee might be joining me here in a moment for a post-race interview. So let's see what happens. Okay, looks like Slurpee's gonna skip too, but either way, guys, that was a fantastic race by both of you. Get those GGs again once in chat if you haven't already for both our runners giving us a fantastic race this evening, early morning, wherever you are in this world. That was a fantastic race. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here. I hope you come back for more of the Mega Man 10 tournament. Like once again, we don't have a scheduled race, but just know it'll be here on the SpeedGaming family networks. And until then, we will see you next time. I am Cyber Mole 9. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you down the road. Bye.